Hey guys, it's your boy M.K.S here back again with another video. I know before I uploaded this, I thought I must come across really mad, which is probably true. I was going to say it's your boy Mad Mike here, but anyway, I know I repeat a lot of these ideas, so I'll try not to be too repetitive, and I'll always say that. Sorry, but yeah, so I know I've made a few of these videos, let's say, on Italian football, but I was thinking of talking about some of my mad imaginations for both Italian football and Celtic. Um, Again, without trying to be too repetitive, but yeah, as someone who's an avid football fan, I thought I'd talk about, as I say, some of my imaginations, especially as it's a Friday. So for a bit of fun, I thought I'd talk about some of my dreams or imaginations or goals or whatever. Uh, Again, using my imagination and creativity to do so. So hopefully it'll be a bit of fun. And as ever, I'd love to hear from fellow football fans, especially fellow Italian football fans, but just general fellow football fans. And yeah, so anyway, sorry if I'm waffling. Can't think of much else to say for the intro, but yeah, I hope football fans out there will enjoy it and share the video and like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And again, hopefully I won't be too repetitive or boring, but yeah, some of my imaginations of Italian football in this form, as I often do, normally in three parts. So here goes. So number one, I can't really imagine Italian football being like the most successful at club team level because I suppose we don't have the money of the EPL, the English Premier League, or and are probably not nowhere near as successful as La Liga, the Spanish league, and also uh, yeah. So we don't have the funds of the EPL and the success of La Liga, and I think we're a bit behind at the moment. So it's hard to see an Italian team winning in Europe, let alone like the World Club Cup, like we used to do a while back. One or two teams like used to be pretty much probably the most successful, at least the second most successful. So it would be hard to see that again coming back. But yeah, so I would love to see it though. I'd love to see Italian club teams and the national team becoming the most successful, like to win more World Cups than Brazil or anyone else. To make up for that, maybe I'd support Brazil financially. Like sort of a quirky way of making up for helping Italian football to perhaps overtake Brazil as number one. But yeah, I think maybe if somehow funding was available, more football academies could be bought in Italy, which would make Italian teams do well. Number two, I'd love to find out some facts about Italian football and share them on my YouTube video, and in the future maybe collab for short. So I don't know why I put that in speech box, but yeah, collaborate with other YouTubers, especially Italian football fans, to talk about some of the facts about Italian football, maybe individual clubs like AC Milan or Inter Milan, Juventus, teams like that, work, collaborate with people from those sports of those clubs, or even those clubs themselves and Italian football and the national team, to talk about some of the facts and the history. I know I could probably just Google a lot of that stuff, but I think it'd be great to collaborate as well, so we could talk about different facts and information about Italian football, and hopefully spread Italian football around the world so people can find out more about Italian football. Again, both the national team, club team level, like Serie A and the lower leagues, and how it works and things like that. So I know Italian football is known to be a bit boring and defensive, but I think it'd be great if people found out about Italian football and hopefully spread the awareness and encourage more people to find out about Italian football and things like that. And also for Italian football to learn from other leagues, like to learn about how to make the game more appealing globally, how to get a more global audience, and how to bring in investors and sponsors and make Serie A as popular as the EPL or the Liga, or maybe even more popular, to become the number one league, and like learn ways to do so. What Italian football can learn from other leagues and other national teams as well, and just generally learn as well, like from the world of business and other sports and things like that. Number three, again, I'd love to see sponsors and investors investing in like football pitches and opportunities for young people, places for sport and spaces for sport and things like that. So more young Italians can get into football, and in the future, if hopefully when people are able to travel, I hope that will happen. Uh, Italians could perhaps practice, especially with Celtic and other clubs around the world, and like um, have football matches in it across Asia. So like hopefully build a connection with people across Asia and Africa and around the world, and hopefully improve relations with other countries through football. I know I mentioned that before, but yeah, just trying to remind myself of some of those ideas as well, and like hopefully see how those ideas can be put into practice. Number four, again, I'd love to see Italian football have like plans for the future about how to spread the reputation, like the global brand value of Serie A, and like again encourage investors and fans around the world, and like help to practice as much as possible. Encourage Italians to practice for at least an hour a day, maybe or as many hours as possible. And like hopefully, if Italians practice more than any other country, more than any other nation, hopefully they'll be more able to achieve. Obviously, as I say, practice improves, at least. I don't know if it makes you perfect, but it does improve your game, I'm sure, especially if they do the right kind of practices, including perhaps learning about diets and things like that. So what diets and what practices, exercises could help to improve the game, including during COVID or isolation. There's like lots of tips on YouTube about how to do exercises to again during isolation and things like that. Number five, again, I think it'd be great if the Italian politicians and government got behind their teams, especially like say for instance in Turin, Juventus and Torino could get funding from the local Turin council and politicians to create again football academies for younger people so that they can practice more, and hopefully again offer tax exemptions for different companies who want to sponsor or invest in Italian teams like Juventus, Torino, or youth teams again, or make their own youth teams, their own youth leagues, like teams like companies like Red Bull made their own youth leagues and youth tournaments and teams and things like that in Italy. I think that would be pretty cool. Number seven, again, like having a partnership with Celtic and like where they could train together and learn from each other and like just generally support each other. So I'd love to encourage Italians to support Celtic and vice versa, like Celtic fans to support Italian teams as their second favourite team or whatever, and that sort of thing, and vice versa, as I say. Number eight, again, I'd love to see Italians have passion for their local teams and for football, and to fall in love with football again, generally, especially their own local teams, but also the national team. And again, like support each other when they're playing non-Italian teams, as I mentioned before in the past. Number nine, again, I'd love to spread the brand value and have all possible Italian teams have like a plan to have supporters groups, like Inter Milan to have supporters groups, AC Milan, Juventus, and all the other Italian teams to have as many supporters groups as possible, supporters clubs in like Malaysia, India, Indonesia, Singapore, and other parts of Asia like China, Japan, and also to have their own academies as well. And on that note, number 10, again, like looking at the best possible ways to develop youth, which I think would benefit those clubs in the longer term, and hopefully offer a return for investors. Like you don't spend so much on buying players because you're investing in the youth. So if you buy academies, you can develop so many great players rather than just buy one or two, which hopefully in the long term would save money as well. But hopefully, again, like tax exemptions and other such financial exemptions, which I hope Italian teams and Celtic will both be able to offer to potential investors and sponsors. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I wasn't too repetitive, as I say. And as ever, I'd love to hear any new ideas or any ideas you have generally. And I'm out. Peace and love.